I'd like to go next to a quarterfinalist in the quarantine beard growing contest. He's in the bracket with Frank Mulhern. We'll have to see how that turns out. But an alumni who's been a great friend of the program since, and importantly, an Okie. Jerry Dow, are you out there?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank you very much, Jim. And it's
that's a Willie Nelson. That looks good.
Yeah, my printer ran out of ink. I don't know why it turned out this way, but it did. But it's good to see people like Ed and Rashad and Martin and Kent Middleton and Mark Davis and Beth. I have not seen you in forever, and it is so nice to see you. I was hoping you would be on here, so it's great to see everybody. And I expected to learn a lot. You know, one of the things I learned was how to spell Heidi's name. I always thought it was Heidi. Heidi Schultz is how I always heard it pronounced. So anyway, that's a good thing. It's nice to see you, Heidi. Very nice. And Jeff, it was nice to hear from you as well. A couple of the references I was going to use to make everybody remember have already been used, right? The purple Sharpie, I remember one time Don said, I had to stop grading your paper when my Sharpie ran out of purple ink. So I knew I was in trouble. And I also wanted to reference what Gene said, that I remembered that he often said to me, but he would always say, Dow, who cares? And, you know, I knew that it was not going to end well when he started the conversation that way. But I am from Oklahoma. And here's proof that Don and I were there at one time in Northwestern. And Oklahoma, as many of you may know, is a good place to be from, but not a good place to stay. They just don't let a lot of us out of that state. And Heidi, I would love to hear what you thought, Don thought about Oklahoma, but I am certainly proud of the way I grew up there. And I had a lot of similarities in my background. I think Don grew up in Wewoka, and he went to Seminole High School. And for those of you who don't know, Wewoka is just east of Bowlegs, Oklahoma, which is a very nice town. Anyway, I had Don as my professor. Like, you know, he was not a visiting dignitary. He was my professor for both marketing 1 and 2. And I remember so much from his classes, but I won't talk about that. What I will say is, you know, when I got accepted into the program, Todd Townsend, who is probably on the call as well, set up a meeting with Don and I at Sherman's Snack Shop, which was a lovely place there in Evanston. And, you know, I thought, you know, this is great. Don Schultz, one of the professors, is going to have lunch with us. And Don came in and he sat down. And the first thing he said was, you know, it's nice to meet you, Jerry, but I just want to let you know, we haven't had very good luck with people from Oklahoma up here. And I thought, oh no, this is not going to end well for me. But I will say in closing, and then I'll render back my minutes to the speaker. But the thing I remember most about Don is many years later, I was having lunch, I think with Ed and probably Tom Collinger in the cafeteria there at Northwestern. And Don walked in with, you know, a bunch of people in suits. They looked like they were very important. And I looked up and I said, hi, Don. And he could have cared less who was with him and who was around him. And he came up to me and shook my hand and gave me the biggest smile and was so glad to see me. And that meant a lot. And I think Don meant a lot to a lot of people who are on the phone today. He always made you feel great, and he always made you feel important. And as I think about the people in my life who have made a difference, I certainly count him as one of them. So to everybody, I just want to say I am a better person for having Don in my life. And I am honored to be able to say a few words. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Heidi.
Thank you, Jerry. And I'm picking you against Mulhern. I'm going to give the points. I don't care what they say.